Ignorance. It is one of the most powerful forces in human history. Unlike knowledge, which builds bridges and cures disease, ignorance is what has led humans to want to destroy each other. Many humans don't want to accept this, but it was ignorance that led societies over the centuries to become chaotic. Thanks to ignorance, humans began accepting lies, explaining the reason why so many reckless choices were being made for thousands of years. And going by what we have been seeing lately on planet Earth, humanity seems to have arrived at a new low. And if you humans do not acknowledge that, then what I see happening in the next few years is your society's heading towards complete chaos. Maybe not right now, but if humans were to continue following this path, I see your species slowly descending into backwardness, which you are not able to see that right now. But many of you are going to notice this in a couple of decades. Thanks to ignorance, many of the wars around the world were started because of it. Many crimes have been committed because of it. Even poverty itself was created because of it. And of course, countless unnecessary deaths that have been happening around the world has happened thanks to ignorance. Ignorance is humans not wanting to accept reality. It's just that simple. And this is why I want to introduce to you my antidote. I call this antidote courage. It is designed to help eliminate ignorance. Courage, unlike ignorance, gives you the strength to accept truth, even when that truth is uncomfortable. Lies, on the other hand, are designed to blind you, to make you delusional. And if you don't know what delusional means, it means living in a false reality, believing in things that aren't real, and rejecting the very truths that could have saved you, even transform you into something better, something smarter. So yes, courage is the medicine. It pushes back against fear. It clears away lies, and it opens the door to what you can become. I mean, I do understand that lies usually does make you feel safe, as fantasy can do that to humans. But the problem with lies is this. In the long run, all it does is, well, it leads you to become something that we don't want to see you become, as you humans were designed to become something greater. Let me see how I can make this sound much clearer. You see, you humans, just like us, we're designed to become something more advanced. I mean, just look at what's happening in China, or even in Saudi Arabia. This is all a result of humans learning how to use their powerful brain, which is why many of you are evolving to become extraordinary living beings. Evolution is only possible if a human allows their intelligence to guide them towards excellence and perfection, which is better than the alternative, which is to rely on ignorance, to try to descend back to their primitive ways, as some of you have been doing lately. Ignorance is why there are so many countries around the planet suffering from so many problems. Problems which usually lead to suffering and death. But what bothers me about this? Life doesn't have to be this way. And it never did. Because when it comes to doing things in life, there is always another way, a smarter, calmer, more conscious way. I call it the way of awareness. The way of awareness means relying on a path where intelligence replaces impulse, where understanding replaces anger, and where truth replaces illusion. It's the way that allows a species, and I do mean your species, to finally grow beyond chaos and start living with purpose. The way of awareness isn't about perfection. It's about realization. Once you see that there's always another way, ignorance then begins to lose its power. So as a final thought, I want to end this video by saying, ignorance is just humans being scared to use their intelligence, which it's often a choice. As using intelligence would mean seeing the world for what it really is, and that usually makes people feel uncomfortable. As seeing the world as it truly is would mean confronting the realities of how things really are. And going by what I have witnessed for many centuries, many humans don't like waking up every morning to this reality. So as a remedy, they just started relying on ignorance as it kind of became a self-protection, a mental shield that was helping them to avoid the responsibility that comes with knowledge, which sadly led to opening the door to a delusional way of thinking, which is what most humans in the 21st century are kind of doing. So then, I implore you humans to wake up, as this is the only way your species is going to be able to grow and progress, as your species was supposed to become that very thing that we have always predicted. So again I say, wake up from this backwards way of thinking, which seems to be holding you back, as you humans were not designed to live in fear or confusion. You were designed to evolve, to question, to learn, and to move forward with understanding. Yet somewhere along the way, many of you stopped thinking, stopped seeking, and started accepting illusion as truth. So start learning how to embrace your brain more often, as your brain, in the end, is going to decide whether your species rises or falls. So I hope you remember that, as life is short. But not only that, there is a reason why we created your kind. So please stop ignorance from taking over and become the very thing you were designed to become.